Got a minute. Do you want to be in it?
Sure.
Filmed yesterday's
Let's do the Chubby Bunny challenge.
Everything is gone. Chubby Bunny challenge.
Yeah, so there's multiple comments.
No. Chubby Bunny challenge with Blems. Just eat Scranum. We're gonna do Chubby Bunny challenge. We just have to scran as many, scran as many Blems as you can.
Yeah. Chubby Bunny.
Before you throw up. Yeah. It's the Chubby Bunny challenge but with Blems.
I thought you were staring at me.
Yeah, but whoever throws up first is the loser. Yeah. Exactly.
Where I headlocked my neighbour, almost got stabbed. Someone down the bottom abused his wife and had the police come down. There's a prostitute next door.
The greatest thing I ever did was making
It's
2
just
GeoGuessr
deciding to
accounts. I can now
test
play
me
2 games a
today.
day.
Shut up. Oh, I've seen this place before. It's a forest.
Are you doing famous places?
Yeah, because I'm better at that.
I
Because
did
it's
really
like
sick in the
places
UK.
you're meant
Why?
I am shit at GeoGuessr.
It's-
Have you met me?
Honey,
I worked
honey
out it
didn't
was
know where
Poland and then went. Where's
No,
Poland?
that's Portugal.
Oh no, Portugal.
Oh, trust
I
me.
know where Poland is
Trust
actually.
me, I think I've lost.
You're trying to find New York
I took
in-
GCSE geography, but I couldn't
It
name
took
you
me.
one thing
It
about
took
the
me like
city.
15 minutes to find New York, and I
You
still
didn't
didn't
even
get it.
find it, you just got it.
And then he had to explain to me that New York is also a state.
But it's just like, what state is New York in?
Famous.
Okay.
Either.
I didn't know what it was called, mate. Wiz Khalifa.
I know the Burj Khalifa because of a Lego set.
I don't know what
Wait,
this.
can someone help me with this email?
Not like
Because I
this,
really
just a
don't know
tiny
what
one.
to
I've
say.
got the tiny one. That's in like
This looks like
Dubai,
America,
which is like down
America
this
has-
area, isn't it?
based on the
My mate's
attire
mum
of
comes from
people
Dubai.
here.
It's like here.
That man is dressed like an American.
Oh wait, no. Oh, it's somewhere. It's somewhere near here. It's
That
near
man is dressed
Egypt.
like an American,
It is.
but then he could be a tourist.
It's
But
a
he looks
Tory.
Where the
American.
fuck is
It's
Dubai?
He could
South-
be a Tory.
Go south east.
Can you imagine if Tories dressed like that?
Do you really think I know where that is?
Hello.
Okay. I'm Lewis. I am baby.
He just pretends to be baby, so his actions are excusable at the end of the day.
Bow.
Okay, so this is Steven. He had to get a train, so he's not here right now.
He's
Here in spirit.
You can say anything about him. And
Yes,
no.
Steven.
Without what
He's a
the bow.
gaslighter, so ladies
Oh.
hit him up.
Yeah.
Go on then, Bella.
Oh, hello, I'm Bella.
Fun fact about yourself?
Oh, fun fact about me. I have mild addiction problems.
Anyway, I'm Honey. I don't know.
Sex with
Okay, if you actually want a fun fact about me,
I could name a bunch of fun facts to be honest.
fun facts about. Can you name fun facts about me?
You're in a band.
I'm
You
in
play
a
bass.
band. I play bass. Okay.
Okay.
That's cool.
Topic.
Topic
That's fine.
today: John Benet Ramsey. Would you like to do the?
Yeah, I have the thing.
synopsis?
Okay, so I'll do the whole thing. So I've got the thing up.
Do the whole
somewhere.
thing.
Okay.
So I'll give you the rundown and then we'll talk about it.
Okay.
So, in the early morning hours of December 26, 1996, John and Patsy Ramsey awoke to find their 6-year-old daughter, John Benet Ramsey, missing from her bed at their home in Boulder, Colorado. So, it's like a really fancy, rich area. Patsy and John had woken up early to prepare for a trip when Patsy discovered a ransom note on the stairs demanding $118,000 for their daughter's safe return. Despite the note's warning not to involve the police, Patsy immediately called them as well as their friends and family in order to aid in the search for John Benet. Police arrived at 5:55 a.m. and found no signs of forced entry, but they did search the basement where her body would eventually be found. So the ransom note said, "Listen carefully, we are a group of individuals that represent a small foreign, I can't read that bit. We respect your business, but not the country that it serves. At this time, we have your daughter in our possession. She is safe and unharmed. And if you want to see her to see 1997, you must follow our instructions." And then they said about how much money they wanted. At 1 p.m., the detectives instructed Mr. Ramsey and the family friends to go around the house to see if anything was amiss. The first place they looked was the basement where they found John Bonet's body. John Ramsey immediately picked up his daughter's body and brought her upstairs, which destroyed any potential evidence from that crime scene.
Oh.
So during the autopsy, it was discovered that she died from asphyxiation due to strangulation. In addition to a skull fracture, her mouth had been covered in duct tape, her wrists and neck were also taped with white cord. Her torso was covered in a white blanket. There was no conclusive evidence of rape, as no semen was found on the body or inside her. And her vagina had appeared to be wiped clean.
Ooh.
Bit sus. The makeshift garret was made using a length of cord and part of the paintbrush from the basement. The coroner also found what was believed to be pineapple in John Bonet's stomach. Her parents do not remember giving her any the night before she died, but there was a bowl of pineapple in the kitchen which had her 9-year-old brother Burke's fingerprints on. However, this meant little since time cannot be attributed to fingerprints. The Ramseys maintained that Burke was in his room all night and there was never any physical evidence to reflect otherwise. So John Bonet's body was found, even though there was many investigative mistakes made.
Okay.
So only John Bonet's room was cornered off, so friends and family walked about the house, touching and searching and moving things, and that potentially destroyed evidence. The Boulder Police Department also shared evidence they found with the Ramseys and delayed conducting their informal interviews with the parents of that kid. And you know what young boys are like?
Yeah, just want to nut on everything. Fucking.
Yeah.
Oh
So
wow,
it
this
could
teddy on
be-
this blanket
but
really does get my gears
Do
going.
you think
Oh, yeah.
had a Dr. Zeus book and a blanket covered in semen from
One of
John's
them suitcases, like bro.
Oh,
Dr. Zeus,
Everyone's got one in there, mate.
America,
Okay,
Colorado?
yeah, fuck America.
Pageants, we don't
They
get
probably had
pageants
like
in the
they
UK.
probably had like a stun gun next to them, and she was probably like fell to the floor, and she was like, ah, and then he probably. She probably
Sound effects are
like
lovely.
started having dead.
She was 8.
She was like,
Oh yeah, she
Lewis,
was
you have to
8.
go in the corner.
Okay.
Don't stand in the corner.
go stand in the corner, Lewis,
the
while I
bin.
explain
Don't
my
no now.
very
Stand in the
rational,
corner.
respectful
Off
opinion.
screen.
Okay, so I believe